Yanni with Yannyvideos, and today we are going to be talking about Ubisoft's The Crew that came out on December 2nd. Ubisoft has released many titles in the past month and a half. We've got the Assassin's Creed series released 2 titles. They released Far Cry 4, and now The Crew. The Crew have been pushed back a couple times, and it was funny because on launch day, I purchased it on launch day and streamed it. There was no reviews. They did the same thing they did with Unity by putting an embargo on it to where nobody was reviewed it on launch day. I mean, even 2 days after going to Metacritic, I couldn't even find any reviews, just user reviews. Now, with them doing that what happened with Unity and how bug-filled it was, immediately I was concerned. I was like, oh man, fuck this. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be terrible. I'm going to be driving, and all of a sudden, boom, there goes my car flying over the place. Well, good to their extent, good news for them, it wasn't that bug-filled day one. I mean, there was a few times I saw my car do a cartwheel, then fly through the air, and then fell boom, back to the future, back to 1987, where the fuck they went. But for the most part, it wasn't that buggy. The Crew is basically entirely built around United States as a whole being completely multiplayer, being able to join a crew, faction versus faction racing, PvP racing, or being able to do the whole story in single player. Now, talking about the story, it was very cookie cutter. Infiltrate the gang, bring down the gang from the top. It was very cookie cutter. I wasn't impressed with the story. Now, the whole concept of being able to go all over the U.S., which was awesome. Now, it being a racing game, let's talk about the cars, where we'd be racing all over the United States. They did license some big names, the Mustang, Ford Mustang, the Chevy Camaro. Some cars were licensed, which was awesome. Being able to soup up a Challenger in your Camaro, and which brings us into the next part of the review, where customization. This game does have a lot of feel like Need for Speed Underground, where there is a lot of customization, visual customization that is, where you can do your spoiler, your side skirts. You can even customize the interior of your car, which one thing that was weird is you can roll down your windows inside the garage but not out, but that's nitpicking. With that being said, and all that customization, you did have some different racing styles for the cars. Some cars were able to be dirt specific, where you can do all fucking rally, boom, great in dirt. Which here's another nitpicky thing. It was great on a dirt road in some missions, but if you got in the grass, it turned to shit. So I kind of just feel like it just, whatever. Fuck that. Whatever, Ubisoft. Each car has certain limitations to different kinds. You got performance, standard, and then as you level up, you can unlock the next tier, which was great. So then you got a lot of customization with the cars. That I feel they delivered on. And each car kind of handles different. So if you got that 60s muscle car feel, it's kind of got that heavy, throw your ass into it kind of. The driving mechanics were well. Now, on to the aspect of the whole game being multiplayer. I'm about 16, 17 hours into it, halfway through the story, and I am having a very hard time finding people to play with. You can do your story missions as co-op or single, which is cool because then, let's say, for example, you're really shitty at the mission. Somebody else can come through and do it for you. Hence, because some of these missions are fucking really hard. I mean, I could tell you in the stream, I was stuck on one mission for 2 fucking hours. I'm not a racing game connoisseur. I don't play them. I'm not a diehard racing fan. But man, when it says difficulty easy and I'm stuck 2 hours and I'm getting my ass handed to me, come the fuck on, Ubisoft. I mean, I upgraded for hours and still couldn't do it. Anybody that was there for that Twitch stream, you know what I'm talking about. So, some missions are very difficult in the game. But, I mean, and with the story being so cookie cutter, it's like going from mission to mission, it's kind of like, well, what the fuck ever. And some missions I kind of thought were pointless, like, oh, I picked up this chick, I gotta show her my headquarters. I have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to get there, I gotta haul ass to get there to show her the headquarters. Or I fail a mission. What the fuck's the point of that? But that's fucking my opinion. Now, graphically, the game looks good. I didn't see any dips in the frames per second. The first-person view is the shit. That is really cool. With all that being put aside, one thing that was a big selling point is that it's the whole U.S. Okay, let's wait for it. What the fuck were you thinking? Dude, the U.S.? Seriously? Looking at the map? Who the fuck designed this? A 30-year-old? I mean, Florida, for example? Looks like a little dick taking a piss. I mean, you basically made Florida Miami. That was it. I'm from Daytona Beach, and Daytona Beach is like one little strip of road and a pier. I didn't see Orlando. I mean, then I had a buddy of mine that was watching me Twitch, or on my Twitch stream, and he's like, Where's Philadelphia? Oh, you got a coal mine there. Oh, that's Philadelphia. Okay. All right. It's fucking just terrible. I mean, it's, oh my God. It's misshapen. I looked up, I'll post a link down at the bottom, an article of people that are in the UK, never been to the United States, are asked to draw in detail the states of the United States and an entire map of the United States. They did a better fucking job. Like, just everything is misshapen. I mean, there's big landmarks that you don't have in the game. I feel like it was kind of like, okay, we're going to make a shape similar to the United States. We're going to pencil it in, put a little dick down here so we know that the United States is a man. You know, who the fuck knows? And then just going to hope people think it's really, really cool. Well, fuck no, it wasn't. Driving around, I mean, driving, say, from New York to Florida is probably like 20-ish minutes, which is another thing. In some missions where it says it's 2 miles, it takes you like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But if you're traveling from one state to another and it says 18 miles, it's like 40 fucking minutes. Whoever judged the distance in the missions to the free roam, yeah, fucking okay. And the map's just completely fucked up. As you can see down here in the video I'm going through it. The video I'm going through it. It's kind of cool, and it being a Ubisoft title, I've noticed a trend is where they all kind of got the same aspects. Okay, go here, find this radio dish, jump off of this church, unlock this base, and it opens up a part of the map for you to see more shit. Same, pretty much the same feel as all the other games. Just it's racing. Now that it's racing, okay, it's the PvP. There were some times I had to wait 10-15 minutes to be able to race. Faction versus faction. Different parts of the map as you unlock it, you can join a faction to race. And you then get rewards for racing in your faction, kind of like joining a guild. Since it's kind of want to be that whole racing MMO. Well, I haven't fucking got that to work at all yet. So that's I've waited 15-20 minutes at a time, and I'm just kind of sitting here. Okay. A lot of missions as you go higher up in level, you don't see that co-op anymore. You don't see them cars where you can race with and get that feel for it anymore. And then as I'm racing, it's people that are fucking really good and really shitty, which, I mean, for the most part, it's probably how it's going to be anyway. But I felt like everything that they said they were going to deliver on, they didn't. The graphics-wise is beautiful, and the sounds of the cars sound great. First-person view looks great. Damaging in a car, it looks really cool. Other than that, they really didn't deliver on what they promised. So, I mean, that's 2 titles now. Assassin's Creed Unity, that was really fucked up. Now you got the Crew, which you put a dick on America. And Far Cry 4, props, hands off to you guys, the developers that distinctly worked on Far Cry 4, which we'll be doing a review on that here soon. Far Cry 4, you guys did an awesome job with. But like I said, each title is having the same aspects. And one other thing that's here we go with the nitpicking. Nitpick. As you're driving around, you can unlock parts by doing these little missions, and there's thousands, hundreds of them all over the place. From break the targets to go around the poles to just trying to stay on a straight line on the road. Many different things. What sucks is it's like, I don't know, maybe if it's a mechanic where you can turn them off, but as you go through them, even driving, just free roam, it automatically accepts it and starts it. And it's like, fuck, man, I have to swerve off the road or something to get around 100 of these fucking things on my way there to where I gotta go. Ubisoft, again, what the fuck are you thinking? The Crew overall graphics was good, the sounds was good, it looks great on next gen. Gameplay wise, it's fun, but it's so repetitive, and there's no real story there. The amount of cars I still feel is limited. Graphically changing the cars is great. PvP and the whole racing with friends, how it's even in the trailer it shows them all coming together. To me that still feels few and far between. I mean, I could go around and see ghosts of other cars, and I can't tell you the hundreds of times I've tried to do missions with other people, and it's like, nope, nobody's there, nobody's home. It's like, man, fuck, man, thanks for leaving me high and dry. So I feel like the whole multiplayer aspect of being able to just find a crew and go, they completely dropped the fucking ball on it. Like, played kickball with that and it was gone. So the Crew overall graphics, story, gameplay, functionality, the licensing of the cars, the map, I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 5. And this being the big racing title at the end of the year, and it had been pushed back so many times that Ubisoft really needs to start getting their stuff together if they're going to be releasing these AAA titles for $60 and not able to deliver. So this has been Yannyvideos and Yanny reviews of The Crew on PS4.